Hello, everyone, and welcome to our video for today. So today I wanted to share with you a realization that I had about meditation. So, when we hear the word meditation, there's going to be a lot of ideas, beliefs, and expectations that come with it. And maybe when you hear the word meditation, you think of someone sitting in the lotus position, with a straight back, oming. Maybe when you hear meditation, you just think it's a bunch of woo-woo, right? Or maybe you think it's the only way that you can connect with your guides and angels. Maybe you think it's something that only monks or priests can do. And all of those ideas and expectations are absolutely fine. I'm not here to change any of those. I'm just here to offer a different viewpoint. And the viewpoint that I've come to about meditation isn't about making a connection, it's about celebrating the connection that we already have. And, right now, our world is very loud and it seems to be pulling our focus, right, into the outer world, saying, you need to look here, you need to look there, you need to do this, you need to believe that, right? And the beautiful thing is that we do have this connection with the divine. And all meditation really is it's not about forging that connection with it, it's about quieting the noise enough so that you can hear the connection, so that you can hear what's already being broadcast to you. That's all that meditation really is. It's a way for us to get into that quiet space so that we can hear what our soul, higher self, guides, angels, intuition is already saying to us. And meditation doesn't have to be, again, you sitting down in a particular position at a particular time of day. That doesn't have to be meditation. Meditation can be as simple as going for a walk in nature. It could be driving in your car with maybe the windows down, no radio, just driving. Maybe it's maybe when you are sitting at home. Maybe it's when you're folding the laundry or washing the dishes or just taking a quick little respite from the day and just be like, you know what, I just need to sit down for a minute. That can be a form of meditation because remember, meditation is just about taking a moment for yourself to shut out the outside world for a moment and come within. I have a lot of clients that tell me, well, Ron, when I sit down and meditate, either, thoughts will come up in my mind. That's okay. You don't have to do anything with those thoughts. You can see them, you can recognize them. Up, there goes a thought, or I see myself, I'm starting to think about this. That's okay. And then other people will say, well, it's just black and it's just silent. And that's okay, because do you want to know what that blackness, that silence really is, or at least what I believe that it to be? It's your divine essence. It's who you really are. You are that infinite black space. You are that infinite silence. That's your essence. That's what you really are. You are infinite space, infinitely listening to the divine direction of source. That's it. And so, as we are here in the world, and again, the world being very loud, it seems to be getting our attention. All we have to do, all Spirit is saying is, if you would like to take aligned action and you would like to know what that is, just come and give yourself a moment just to sit in your essence, to sit in that silence, to sit in that vastness, and just to listen. And you're not sitting there in order to get something. You're not sitting in meditation to go anywhere. You're sitting there because you want to celebrate. You want to involve yourself with that connection that's already there. And it doesn't have to be perfect. That's not what Spirit's looking for. Spirit doesn't look for perfection because it already knows you're perfect. Spirit's only looking for your willingness. That's all it wants, just your willingness, just to be willing to take 5 minutes out of your day just to sit, just to be, and just to sit with your divine connection that's already there. If you need to feel something, you'll feel it. If you need to hear something, you'll hear it. But don't go into meditation. Don't make the mistake that I did for quite a while of going into meditation to get something, or going into meditation expecting it to look a certain way, because I can guarantee you you're going to get really frustrated and you're going to rage quit, because I know I did. And I'd like to share with you my own personal parable. So when I was starting my own spiritual journey, and people were like, "Oh my gosh, you got to meditate to meet your guides." Let me tell you, I was all about it. I was like, "Oh, I'm going to sit, I'm going to meditate, and I'm going to meet my guides," right? And I was so excited. And so I would say I meditated consistently, like every day at almost the same time every day for like 20 minutes, right? And I would just sit there and just be like, okay, I want to meet my guides. I want to meet my guides. And that was really my only thought. Like that, I want to meet my guides. And, nothing. 6 months of nothing. And I was like, this is ridiculous. I'm not getting it. I'm just going to stop. I'm just not going to meditate anymore. And so I took a week or so off. And then I kind of noticed, I was like, oh, I kind of liked sitting there. That was kind of nice. And so I just went and I was like, I'm just going to go sit for a minute. Like, I'm just going to go sit. And I said, I'm going to go meditate. And I did, but I had no expectation. I wasn't like, oh, I'm going to go meet my guides. I was like, I'm just going to go sit. That's it. And, just stumbling upon it this way. And as I sat, as I just was there in the moment, all of a sudden, this beautiful being of light. I mean, the most handsome person, like the most handsome man you've ever seen. I mean, just, oh my God, drop dead gorgeous, comes to me, flowing robes, ethereal light, and this little bird on his finger. And he just kind of tosses me the bird and goes, "Golden Finch." And I just was like, oh my God, what was that? Like, what just happened? And like, I was just, I mean, floored beyond belief. And so I then go and I'm like, okay, like, I'm like, Golden Finch, what does it mean? And what do you know? Number one, it was, I don't know if it still is, but it was an endangered species in the state that I live in Indiana. Number one. Number two, it means celebration of connection. And I was like, what? And then not only that, I go for my walk and I'm like, okay, if that was real, like if that was really real, I want to see a golden finch. Like they're an endangered species. So, what are the chances that I'm going to see one? Right. And so I'm walking along and I'm just, loving, I'm just, still in the afterglow and just like, this is so amazing. And what do I see? A golden finch. And I freaked out on my walk. My dog probably thought I was insane because I was like, oh my God, oh my God. I mean, my heart just filling with excitement, joy. And I was like, it happened. I connected, but I don't want to kind of give you and be like, oh, look, I connected because I, just meditated. It wasn't because of that. It was because I just went to go sit. I just went to go be quiet. I didn't say, I want to go connect with my guides. I didn't say, I want to connect with my guardian angel. I didn't say that. I was just like, I'm just going to go sit. No expectation, nothing. And then, bam, here it is. I was like, wow. And so as I continued my journey, I still kept on meditating, right? But again, I started to use it to meditate, to connect, and to, to make sure I was getting in alignment, to make sure I was, connecting with my guides, the universe, my intuition. And spirit revealed to me over this last year, said, you're going to have to let go of that. And I was like, what? And it said, you're just going to have to go back and remember you're meditating just, you're meditating to celebrate the connection that's already there. You're not meditating to forge that connection. You're not meditating to make that connection. You're not meditating to earn the signal. It's always being broadcast. You're always receiving. Meditation is just helping you to listen to what is already being broadcast. And so I want to end this video by asking you to give yourself 5 minutes just to sit quietly. That's it. You're not going to meditate to connect with your guides, to connect with source. You're just going to sit, to know that you are already connected, and that if there's something that needs to be heard, you'll hear it. And if you don't hear anything, it doesn't mean that you're disconnected. It doesn't mean that you're not doing something right. It just means that you're finally giving yourself an opportunity to relax in a world that's always having you go, 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 go. You're actually sitting with your divine essence in that stillness and in that quiet. And if you see something, great. If you feel something, great. If you receive a message, great. But don't make meditation about that. Make it instead about, wow, I am so excited that I get to go sit and I just get to be with my own divine essence. I get to be with the divine. I get to be with source. And all I have to do is close my eyes and breathe. Or all I have to do is go for a drive in the car. All I have to do is just fold some laundry, wash some dishes, or sit in the lotus position and om. It doesn't matter. Or sit and just pray, talk to God, and then see if something stirs within you. But just know that's the way that I'm viewing meditation now, that it's a way that I get to celebrate that I am always connected, that I am always guided, and that I am always aligned with spirit. And that all I have to do is simply close my eyes and breathe and know that I'll be guided. So I thank you for joining me. I thank you for being here. And I want to leave you with one last thing. When you're sitting in that meditation, and maybe it's just 5 minutes a day, maybe it's 5 minutes every week, maybe it's just 5 minutes whenever you can find 5 minutes. The more you sit in it, the more that you're going to be able to hear that connection more. You're going to be able to hear more of what's being broadcast. You're going to be taking more aligned action. You're going to start getting those little intuitive hits, little intuitive ideas that you never got before. And they just kind of pop in, pop out. That's it. So just start paying attention to that as well. Again, the divine is always broadcasting to you. You don't have to meditate to get that connection. You do, or you are meditating in order to really celebrate that you are connected. So again, I thank you. I'll talk with you soon. Bye for now.